You just cannot stop immediately loving someone. Hmm. If you have ever been in love with someone, I mean truly in love with someone, and the relationship ends, your love for that person cannot end in one day. Even if that person hurt you deeply, your love for that person will not end in one day. Your love is not like a light switch, whereas you could turn it off and on. I know, my friend, that there are a lot of you that can possibly relate to three scenarios that I'm about to bring before you. These are three different perspectives on you cannot immediately stop loving someone. Number one, you are still in love with this person that walked away from you, meaning that person actually decide to walk away from the relationship no matter what it was, but you are a good man or woman and you did not have anything to do with it. You didn't do anything wrong. What should you do in a case like that? This is what you should do. You should pray to God through Jesus for guidance and peace of mind. You don't beg, you don't chase, you go completely no contact with that person and move on with your life. Don't have a pity party. Number two, you are still in love with someone and you both decided to mutually to break up with each other. Now, you are spending quality time with another individual, and that individual had made it crystal clear that he or she wants to invest in you and have a serious committed and a relationship that could possibly turn into a covenant relationship. Should you do in that particular case? Don't pursue a relationship with anyone and you know that you still have lingering feeling for another person, because you may want to backtrack. Why would you want to set somebody up that have invested time, and I said time, I mean quality time, probably some resources in you, and you turn around and you want to discard, or to say it differently, you want to dump that person? You have to consider other people. So do not get into a relationship with no other person if you have lingering feeling for someone else. And three, you finally realize that you are in love with someone that you walked away from because you thought that the grass was greener on the other side. And you knew that that man or woman was and still is a good man or woman. What should you do in such a case? You should reach out to that person, apologize, be accountable for what you have done, and don't try to project on what that person did or didn't do. It's not about that. It's about you messed up. So you should be the one that go in and be accountable. And don't blame that person for nothing that he or she could have possibly did. You ask for forgiveness, and you need to accept that person's decision if he or she allow you to come into his or her presence some kind of way. You should go by that person's decision to accept you back into a relationship with him or her, or to reject you. If that person reject you, thank that person for his or her time, and say something like, I really, really hope that you forgive me, and you wish that person the best for his or her future, because you had to learn a very, very painful lesson that the grass is not greener on the other side. And on the flip side of the coin, if that person decide to let you back into his or her life, what you should do is be thoughtful towards that person. And you got to be very conscious that that person going to be very cautious, because he or she will not probably want to move that fast into the relationship. You got to continue to be consistent, and you got to be considerate, and eventually you can gain trust back slowly. And maybe, just maybe, the relationship can teach other people that watch you and that person are getting back together about what forgiveness really is, and that forgiveness can work. As it is written in the book of Luke chapter 6:31, and Jesus said this, and you have to consider what is called the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. Checkmate. Remember this, believe this, say la vie, and amen.